Video. In today's video, if you didn't watch my previous video yesterday, I said that today we are going to be reviewing this month's monthly bots. So that's exactly what we're doing. The first bot here is a Cyclops 250, and these bots are all related to the Odyssey. So yeah, let's just see how the game goes. I'm just gonna kick it off with E4. He responds with C6. I probably will just go C3 like how I normally would. He responds with D6. In this position, I usually just like to get out my knights as soon as possible. But he decides to push his pawn, which kind of just gives me a free pawn because he can't take with his queen. So I will take the pawn on D5. And he plays the move A5, which simply hangs the knight in one move. And there's no visible active threat of checkmate, so I will grab the free knight. And again, he moves to H6, developing this knight to the side of the board as some sort of anchor, which is, I would develop F6 or take back the pawn if I was him, but I will just take the pawn on B7 and fork the bishop and rook, which he can obviously just take. And he moves his knight to F5. This guy is probably just straight trash. So, because there is a lot of bots, I might just try to speedrun this here. So I will take the rook and promote to a queen. He goes C5. I think I will simply just offer a trade of queens, probably. I figure he will take. I'm going to take his queen and then take this knight here. He had to move his king. He can't castle. So now I will simply develop my next queen and finish off his, pieces. There's a check. Let's give another check and get the knight in somehow. I don't exactly know how I want to get the knight in yet. Obviously, this knight's technically hanging. No, it's not, but okay. I think I should probably just go for the rook at this point, for the fork, and then I'm not even sure if he's gonna move his bishop. Well, he can't because it's pinned. But yeah, he's straight up terrible. The same guy that he actually bullies you at the start if you read the chat. He calls you a puny human, which is interesting. But I will just try to finish him off here, and I'm gonna take all of his pieces for the fun of it, and then I will just move my bishop here. I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. I'm just gonna go for this. He's not really letting me do what I'm trying to do here. I'll do this. Let's go here. Finally get my bishop involved. And then I can go here. I want to get my next bishop involved. I'll sack a pawn. Check here. No. Mate. Okay, we finished this guy off in 34 fast moves. So now let's move on to the next spot. Our next spot here is their name is literally Siren. They're 550. So by technicality, they technically have a higher elo than me. But I'm just going to kick it off with E4 again. They respond knight to F6, which actually is a move I might have done. And they're already playing better than the last bot. They developed both of their knights in. It's weird that they didn't mess with the pawns yet. I will probably just develop this knight as well. And she pushes a pawn on b5. I might fianchetto my bishop next time. I also could move it to d3. But I will just actually control the center this time instead. She plays a5. So I think I could just simply take this pawn for a free pawn. And then I might capture the knight. It's not necessarily pinned, but I will go for that. I take on b5. And he plays the move h6. Now my idea is just to, they don't have any of their bishops out, so I'm simply just going to take the knight they already have out and force them bad pawn structure. And then I might fianchetto this bishop. I'll go b3, bishop e2. She brings out her queen, but these are defended and it's not being double attacked. So I don't think I should be too concerned, especially with my queen out. Now by this point, I do think I want to bring out my queen here. But so I can castle this way, because I think this side's a bit more protected. And then I'll push on h3 or h4. Probably h3 because of this queen threat looking this way. So yeah, I think that's what I'll do for now. I'll go queen to d3. I don't really like that move, but I don't see what other choice I have. The queen goes to d7, so I will just castle. And now I have my rook and queen on the same file. Now I think I just want to initiate here. I'll go e5, attacking his knight. And this is still defended. Yeah, I kind of like that. Oh, so 550 has blundered the knight and plays h5. I will take the knight. I think my king's safe. But there is an opening on this diagonal. I mean, on this file. So I might put my h-rook here and play pawn to h3, if that makes sense. But she still hasn't taken back the pawn. This might activate the rook. And this activates the queen. But I can do e1 to counter that, because I don't think she would move her rook. Or I can simply pin the bishop. And I think my pieces are more developed. So I will take on e7. She does not take back again. So she leaves her bishop to hang, which is kind of insane considering her rating. But I will grab the bishop and promote to a queen. She, of course, takes with the rook on f8. I think I want to check at this point on e1. She moves her queen to f7. So this is now kind of weird, but because I'm not actually sure what to do now. I might want to like trade off queens or something. That's just an idea. Oh, I can also fork. I didn't even realize. I should probably do that. Yeah, I will do that. Pick up that, and then unless she doesn't take back. She doesn't take back, and now I win the rook on f8. That was insane. I will simply... I can't take this because of the bishop. And my pieces are like all clumped together right now, because I haven't even moved most of them from the opening. So I need... And she has like good pawn spots that prevent me from infiltrating and like destroying the pawns. So I will probably just initiate with these pawns now. Yeah, and then I'll use these to break down her position. I'm assuming she takes back. Yeah, but now we have this opening. And now I will and that's checkmate. I didn't even realize. Yeah. So first two bots were easy. Now let's head on to the next bot and see if it's any stronger. Okay, now we're going to be playing Poseidon here. It's kind of interesting we're playing a Greek god. I will just start off with e4 though. He starts off with e5. I will play it at Vienna, which is one of my favorite openings actually. Okay. He gets aggressive right away. Maybe trying to go for that. I probably should just simply kick out the queen here. I'll go knight to f3. Simple. Okay. The queen runs to f6. So I will simply fianchetto the bishop on g2 most likely. He shuffles the king to d8. What? I didn't see that coming. I probably will just go d3 here, and then I'm sure he moves his king. There's no way he does. Poseidon doesn't see this. Okay. If he doesn't even take the bishop, that's his best move, I think. Actually, I guess he could just let me takes. So we will win the queen with check. He takes and develops his knight simultaneously on f6. But I feel this bishop is a little concerning. So I could simply block, but that's too dangerous. I need to get this fianchetto the bishop more into the game here. And I kind of need to castle now. So let's go d2. And then I will just simply castle my king. This side. Yeah, I think that's good for now. He gets dangerously close. Okay. I think he's trying to fork, but that doesn't really work. I could also take and then go here, because it's defended by the pawn. I might do that. He takes the pawn. Because I'm up a queen, so I kind of have the right to do whatever. I really want to simplify the position. So, oh, this is also dangerous. I probably shouldn't have that. I have to move my rook and just claim the open file, I'm assuming, on e1, which is a good open file to have. I probably should initiate here and attack his bishop. Poseidon leaves his bishop to hang on g4. So now I'm just simply winning. I think what I want to do is, his pawn structure, to the left side of the board is actually quite good. But I still think with this rook here, I'll probably be able to break through it. So I might just align my queen here. Like that. Okay. He initiates with my queen. So then I'll just retreat it back and offer a trade. He takes. I'll take back, and then now I will do the same thing this time. But this time he doesn't have two rooks on the back rank, so it's a lot more difficult. King goes c8, and positions I'm pretty sure nearly lost for him now. I probably could go here if he goes. He can't go there. His only move is to run back to b7, I believe. So I can't get the rook. But after that, I'll figure something out. Maybe I'll start destroying his pawn structure. That's probably the most logical thing I can do in this position. Oh shoot, I just hung my rook. It doesn't matter. I wasn't paying attention, but I still have this queen on my side. And I also have like a much larger chance of promoting new pieces than he does. He's trying to threaten back rank mate, I'm assuming. So I'm just going to create a safe space for my king. And now I will just begin the push. I probably shouldn't have taken because this pawn structure is really terrible. But I think I can just safely promote by this point. And then win his rook. Yeah. So now my light squared bishop versus his dark squared bishop. And I have a queen. The game's practically over for him. He takes back his check, but he doesn't have enough stuff to work with. I think it's safe to go here rather. And now I really just want to promote this final pawn, but maybe I go here, defending the pawn, and then I bring it up, and then I'll go here, and yeah, that's a free queen. Now I think I should just go for mate. I'll go here. Is there a mate? Is this... No, I don't think that's mate. But we definitely have something going on here. Is this mate? Okay. So I will continue with the 1250 bot in my part 2 of the bots review, which I will do the harder bots, including whatever this person's name is. But yeah, I think that's my plan. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.